Emily, just thinking the fact that some of the tariffs that President Trump instituted against China were kept in place by the Biden administration. How long do you think that a tariff war to this degree that we're expecting at 4 p.m. today, how long before it has real world impact?
Yeah, great question. I mean, as Courtney said, it's unclear how long these tariffs themselves will last and how broad they'll be and what products will be hit and what exemptions will look like. But I think the one thing that is clear is that tariffs are a tax, and those taxes are going to be passed on to U.S. firms and consumers almost immediately. The fact that we're talking about tariffs not just on imported manufactured goods from China, but across the board on everything that we import from Mexico and from Canada, including so many of the items that show up on grocery store shelves, I would expect those price increases to be virtually overnight.
Michael, I'm just thinking of your role as a former trade representative. How do these things, a lot of people may be asking, well, why is this taking place now? And why is it that for the longest time, other countries have been able to institute tariffs on American-made products and services, and yet the United States has not been able to deal with that? Forget on a comprehensive level, just on maybe a few, like European Union. Why is it that this has not been dealt with before?
Well, Jose, I think it has. If you look over the last 80 years, tariffs on U.S. exports have gone down from, or U.S. tariffs have gone down from about 8% to around 2%. Now they're back up to 8%. And depending on what the president announces today, they could go up much more significantly. And that's indicative of a lot of work that's been done over the last several decades to bring countries together and reduce tariffs overall. We've got free trade agreements, obviously, with Canada and Mexico, with about a dozen other countries where most of the tariffs are zero. And that covers a lot of our major trading partners, not the European Union, not Japan. President Trump moved away from a trade agreement that would have given us access to Japan's market and eliminated many of their tariffs. But there has been progress over the last several years. I think what's happening now is, as your other guests have noted, the president is really determined to bring more manufacturing back to the United States. And he thinks that by creating this tariff wall, he will create a powerful incentive for companies to do that. I think there may well be isolated announcements. There have been some already of $100 billion here, $1 trillion here. These are significant announcements in many respects. But most companies are sitting on the sidelines because they're not sure, as you said, what the president's going to do, how long it's going to last. And he's been quite open to sort of putting tariffs on in the morning and taking them off in the afternoon. And companies can't make big capital allocation decisions on the basis of such uncertainty. So we're seeing investor confidence going down, consumer confidence going down, concern about inflation, concern about growth and recession potentially. And all of this is going to have an effect going forward.
And so, Michael, I'm just thinking, for example, on what was interesting to see how the reaction was back then to TPP, right? And the 12 countries in the Asia Pacific area that were going to be a part of this TPP. Opposition to that wasn't necessarily on, a specific political party. The concept of the TPP and going from 8 to 2%. It's almost like the antithesis of what President Trump's concepts are.
I think that's right. I mean, one thing that we're missing in this whole conversation is what's the role of exports? Because export-related jobs in the United States pay more than other jobs, about 16% more on average. And so for a number of years, the policy had been, let's try and open other markets to U.S. exports, whether it's agriculture, manufacturing, or services exports, so that we can get more good-paying jobs here in the United States, that companies don't have to move abroad to serve these fast-growing markets around the world. We're now sort of missing that. And instead, the president is saying, let's put up these tariffs and force people to produce more in the United States. Obviously, more production in the United States is great, and if you can be competitive, that's terrific. But it will be more expensive for consumers. You'll find that the users of these products, about half of our imports are inputs into manufacturing downstream. So whether it's the aluminum, you're showing cans right now, that the aluminum that goes into those cans, as that becomes more expensive, beer becomes more expensive. When things become more expensive, people buy less of it. And when you have less demand, together with reduced consumer confidence, you've really got the potential for lower growth going forward. And it's hard to do all the things you want to do in a country in a low growth environment.
And so, Courtney, some unions have actually applauded some tariffs as a tool. What's their thinking?
I think they are of the belief. We saw the UAW, for instance, come out with a statement of support last week when President Trump announced tariffs on all Ford-made vehicles. I think their hope, and this is, not by means the consensus, that Trump's tariffs will revitalize U.S. manufacturing in the United States, and that will result in more jobs in the auto sector. But again, that's not necessarily guaranteed by any means. I think if you look at the economic data that we've received just in the past 2 days, it's not great, especially the more real-time kind of sentiment surveys that we've received. For instance, the manufacturing sector, we got some data yesterday that showed economic activity contracting after expanding after 2 months. We've been in this prolonged manufacturing recession. It finally looked like maybe it was over. Yesterday, it showed that's not necessarily the case. We have, as Ambassador Froman said, we have this fear that growth is going to slow alongside higher prices. And that's kind of this nasty stagflationary economic scenario that no policymaker wants to deal with. So I think that so far, the economic indicators that we're getting, especially on the manufacturing front, are not great. Obviously, we'll see how it evolves in the months and weeks ahead.
Yeah, and Emily, think tariffs. Mexico is our largest trading partner. Substantial tariffs would immensely impact the Mexican economy. What are the unintended consequences of the Mexican economy suffering a devastating blow? Today, Claudia Sheinbaum, the president of Mexico, said she was not going to go for the tit for tat. You put in a tariff, I put in a retaliatory tariff, but communication continues there. I'm just wondering, have people thought about what are the long-term consequences, or what would be the long-term consequences if the Mexican economy tanks?
Yeah, great question. So the short answer is yes, of course, people have thought about this pretty carefully and for a long time. A couple of points. So the first thing is when we think about what Mexico exports to the United States, and if you look at the data, I just refreshed my memory looking this morning, the biggest two exports of Mexico to the United States are cars, autos and auto parts, and electronics, broadly defined. And the key with both of those sectors is the vast majority of that export value from Mexico to the U.S. comprises imports to Mexico. And a lot of those imports come from the United States. So this is classic global supply chain trade. The poster child industry for supply chain trade is automotives and the automotive sectors. Turns out a lot of the cars and the car parts and the raw materials that we make here in the United States, not to mention our designs and our patents and our great ideas about branding, those are sent to Mexico to then be transformed and come back to the U.S. in terms of cars. And so if Mexico is exporting less cars to the United States, if they're selling fewer cars, then they're buying less inputs, fewer inputs from the U.S. And a lot of those car companies that'll be hurt by U.S. tariffs on Mexican products, those are in fact U.S. car companies as well. So, there are unintended consequences of trade wars and tariffs in any economy, but particularly today and particularly in North America, where our supply chains are so deeply interconnected, these consequences are going to come back to us in a direct and immediate way.